Welcome back to Only Fools Talking Spurs, another Euro 2020 episode. Tonight we are reviewing the board draw, England nil, Scotland nil. We're disappointed. The rest of the nation are disappointed. Gaz, how are you feeling after the 0-0 with Scotland?
Yeah, it's the rest of the tournament looks a bit bleak for us. Obviously, a must-win game against the Czechs tomorrow. So yeah, it just don't really give us that confidence. Makes you wonder if we're gonna actually improve on that.
Yeah.
Or is it just going to be the same old story again?
I mean, I was really enjoying the tournament. I enjoyed watching all the games, even the smaller games. I really enjoyed Holland-Ukraine when it was 3-2, I think. But after that one, that's really knocked me back a bit, the England-Scotland. I was really believing. I believe every tournament with England, I believe that we could do something. But that one, it just felt very, very bland. And I really don't like how everyone's just jumped on the Harry Kane. It's all Harry Kane's fault. What are you thinking?
Yeah, well, what I've seen in the last few matches is that Kane's not getting the service, keeps dropping deep again. You know, he's done it for Spurs, so he's done it for England now. I thought with the creativity we had in that midfield there, I thought, he'd be getting service all day long, but I've not really seen anything of it. He's had to come back. And hopefully, obviously, the news that Mason Mount's missing out tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
I think, Jack Grealish, 9 times out of 10 has to start. With Grealish there, he might give Kane that service that he's been craving.
Yeah, I mean, when I was thinking about the England-Croatia game and the England-Scotland game, I don't remember any crosses into the box for Kane, any whipped balls in. I remember the one where Kane was offside. I can't remember who crossed it in, and Kane didn't even have to go for it because it was just a desperate attempt to have a header. But I really don't remember any through ball for Kane to run onto. I don't remember nothing.
No, same. Can't really think of one off the top of my head. I mean, the thing is, Reece James was delivering some good crosses there, but obviously just no one in the box.
Yeah. So obviously we'll talk about England v Czech Republic at 9 p.m. tonight. So this one is just England v Scotland, our initial reaction and our thoughts. But was you happy with the lineup for England v Scotland?
Yeah. I think the lineup was good. I mean, obviously, I was happy to see Reece James and Luke Shaw playing fullback positions there. Glad that an out-and-out left-back was playing in left-back. But I think after the Croatia game, the rest of the team just sort of picked itself. I think maybe 1 or 2 changes. I thought if Sterling didn't score, I reckon he could have been dropped. Maybe someone like Jadon Sancho could have come in there. But I think Grealish should have come on a bit sooner as well, I think. I don't know what minute he'd come on. Was it the 60th minute? I think probably bring
Whatever it was too late, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it just felt too late.
If you're going to start him on the bench, fine, but at least bring him on half time when it's not working.
Yeah, I've always said it before. When if a manager makes a sub at half time, it means they got the initial lineup wrong. But I think Southgate's got a bit of AVB about him, like quite a stubborn manager. He'll talk to the media. He's pretty good at dealing with the media, but when it comes to the lineup, it's never simple. There's always something. He always tries to be a bit too clever when really that's not Southgate's specialty, trying to be a bit clever. Even Guardiola done it in the Champions League final, trying to be a bit clever by not playing the CDM. Well, I think we've said it before, with England, it's almost just play your best 11 players and just hope they click.
Yeah, simple as that, really. Just pick the team, pick the team that's in form as well. I mean, we mentioned about Grealish. His last few... when he played them friendlies, the build-up before the Euros there, he was probably the best player.
Yeah.
Look at the Croatia lineup, and he's not even in the starting 11.
And,
it just makes you wonder, what goes through his mind? Why is he not picking these best players here? Is he being too cautious? Is he being too safe? Or is he just making the wrong selections there?
Well, that's the thing. We're talking about selections. Fair enough, you got your starting 11. You're gonna stick to it. But what's been quite confusing for all England fans was he's took off Harry Kane now in both games.
Yeah.
And then you're wondering why we've only scored 1 goal in 180 minutes. And it's even the 2 friendlies coming up to it, weren't they? 2 1-0 wins. And one of them was a Rashford penalty, and the other one was Saka scored, and that wasn't even an assist. It was a slide tackle by the Austrian player who went into the path of Saka. So that's 4 games now. We've hardly created anything.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
saying about Saka as well, he wasn't even in the last match day squad.
yeah, that's the thing. I really don't know what's going on with the squads. I mean, I'm not sure if it's a statement, if he's trying to make people more hungrier, fighting for the badge and stuff. But yeah, hope. I mean, I'd love to see Jadon Sancho tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm not entirely convinced on him, but he's not playing Premier League football, is he? He's playing Bundesliga football. He's playing against European players, and it might suit him a lot more in international football.
yeah, it could do. But I think just freshen it up a bit. Yeah, I think Sancho deserves a start tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's got a good record in Germany. You know, he scores goals, he gets the assists as well, a bit of pace about him.
Mhm.
Um, and some skill as well. But obviously, that's what Sterling's there for as well. Sterling's got the same. You know, him and Sancho are fairly alike. Obviously, Sancho just being a bit younger.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, I think obviously tomorrow the selection just freshen it up a bit, especially on the wings there. I like Phil Foden, but again, I don't think he's been too effective. Is it? Obviously, the first game against Croatia looked quite like attack minded there as well, and looked a good player. Obviously, I think he's been the better player than Sterling, even though Sterling has scored. But I think overall, Sterling's not been brilliant. He's not really stood out. There's not really been one player for me in this England squad who stood out.
Not attacking wise. I mean, Calvin Phillips had a good game against Croatia, didn't he?
Yeah, Phillips was good. And like I say, you know, him, Declan Rice form a good partnership in the middle there, I feel. I mean, I think Declan Rice struggled a bit against Scotland there. You know,
Yeah.
you look at the I mean, we looked at the midfield on the Friday there. We had obviously Declan Rice, Calvin Phillips in the middle there, and then you looked at their midfield. It was like Billy Gilmore, O'Donnell was it, and can't think who the other lad was, but I'm telling you, little Billy Gilmore there,
John McGinn.
bossed the midfield.
It was John McGinn, wasn't it? So it was a very small midfield.
Yeah, it was John McGinn. Yeah, but Billy Gilmore absolutely bossed that midfield.
Mm. Yeah. So obviously we've seen. Did you see the news about 20 minutes ago about Chilwell and Mason Mount?
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, not in the squad for tomorrow.
So yeah, so that'll be something to talk about later on tonight. But let's go on to Scotland and talk about how Scotland played. How did you feel they played? Obviously, they got a good point. Do you feel they played good football?
Well, to be honest with you, I think they wanted it more. That was the thing. I mean, obviously the fans, the Scottish fans. I mean, you got to give them credit. They come down, they were passionate, they were really excited, and for them, it's a day out as well. You know, they're having a day out down in London as well. Obviously, you know, we've done it as away fans. You know, we've gone away from home and had a good day out, watch our team play. And it was the same for them. You know, they poured down in their thousands, whether some had a ticket or not, I don't know. But they just went down. And I think because of the, you know, their passion and just them being up for it, it rubbed off with the Scottish players as well. You know, the Scottish players wanted it more as well. They wanted it more than us. It was as simple as that. I think Scottish just said, look, you know, let's give it our all. Let's give it our best shot. You know, they saw us. We were there for the taking for them. It was as simple as that. And and us, the England players, it was just a case of they're going to be pushovers. You know, we should win this game. It was complete opposite. You know, they were like a brick wall in all positions there.
I said to my dad the other day, us being Spurs fans, we never win must-win games, and I think it definitely happened with Mourinho last season. Every must-win didn't happen. Even with Ryan Mason, when we had to win against Leeds away, didn't win, lost 3-1.
Yeah.
And we always get caught up in the occasion, but that's something that Scotland didn't do last night. It wasn't just an occasion. I mean, for the fans, obviously, they wanted to go to London, have a piss up. But the Scotland team actually turned up and put a performance in, and they probably should have won it. I think Pickford was probably our best player the other night.
Yeah, he could have. Yeah, well, I think they could have definitely nicked it for sure. I think there was a chance where it cleared off the line there. It didn't look like he was on target anyway, but you know, on another day that could have gone in. I think that O'Donnell there made like you just mentioned there, Pickford made that good save, and that was O'Donnell. I think the one thing they lacked, though, Scotland, they just didn't have a finishing touch. I think Che Adams was a bit of a threat as well. Obviously, we've seen him in the Premier League up against the Premier League defenders there as well, so he knows what he's up against. But I just feel if he had his shooting boots on, I think you know, he could have caused damage big time there.
Maybe something like if that was at Hampden Park, he probably would have buried it.
Yeah, could have been a different story. I think if Scotland were the home team, obviously at Hampden Park, I feel like they could have really got behind their team there, the fans. And
It almost felt like Scotland were missing just one extra player like off the bench. Before they always had was it Lee Griffiths, and then before that Kenny Miller, James McFadden. James McFadden always scored a few goals for Scotland.
Yeah, he's a good player. James McFadden,
But,
Scott Brown unit as well in the middle.
Scott
there.
Brown, yeah, he would have loved it the other night, wouldn't he, Scott Brown?
Yeah.
But it just felt like they were missing one more player to bring off the bench. And then I think with Southgate, I think he only made 2 subs, didn't he? Am I right?
It felt like that anyway. I know, someone needs to remind him that he can make 5 subs. And he just uses, like you say, just uses 2-3 subs at the most. I think his selection's a bit. I don't know. I mean, obviously he works with his players every day at the minute. Seeing how they are in training, they might be different in training than when they walk out on the pitch and actually play a 90-minute match.
Yeah, but like I say, I feel like Scotland probably did deserve the win. I don't remember us. Well, we had the John Stones header hit the post, and I think that is all I remember. Really, have I missed anything else?
I can't think of many other chances. I think we had a couple of ambitious hits. I think Phillips went for goal a couple of times, didn't obviously work there. There was question marks about whether we should have had a penalty or not. It was a bit, I don't know.
Oh, not for me. No.
Yeah, I'd say a bit too soft. I think it would have been a harsh decision if that was given. If they went to VAR, VAR probably would have looked at that and said, sure, call ref.
You could probably get it in the Premier League, but these UEFA officials are a lot more strict. Got more common sense, really. And
I think they have, I think they have.
What else was I going to say? One more thing about what do you think about Harry Kane going off? And he bring on Marcus Rashford and put him down the middle instead of playing Calvert-Lewin. What did you make of that sub?
Yeah, I would have gone for Calvert-Lewin instead of Kane. I think looking at the goal story, like the attackers there, and looking at the potential goal scorers, I probably would have picked Calvert-Lewin ahead of Rashford at least.
Yeah.
I mean, Kane, he's not had he's been very slow this start of the Euros, but we've noticed seeing it in the Prem before. He's had slow starts in the Prem and ends up being top goal scorer. So it might be the case here. I don't know. I just hope tomorrow against the Czechs, he can his Euro campaign can actually get kicking again. And then go if we go through the knockout stages, we need a nice convincing win. And everyone needs to start playing well, and we can go into the knockouts with a bit of confidence.
Yeah, let's hope so. One thing that didn't do Harry Kane any favours was Lewandowski getting off the mark the other night. That's all Harry Kane would have wanted. Just I think every big striker scored now. Ronaldo scored and Lewandowski. I don't think has Mbappe scored. Maybe not Mbappe. Griezmann scored. So a lot of the top strikers are scoring now. So Kane definitely does need a goal. But anything else to add on England, Scotland? And then we'll do the 9 o'clock stream for the Czechs.
Not really, no. I suppose you could say who was the best player in the whole match.
We looked okay defensively, but I do feel just a better striker. Just that someone a bit of a higher level would have buried us, would have punished us.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, the best player I think was probably that Billy Gilmore. Like I said, he just bossed the midfield ahead of Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips there, and even Mason Mount. I think Mason Mount was pretty poor as well.
Yeah,
I think defensively, Robertson done well for Scotland. Tierney was good getting forward there. I mean, we a few eyebrows were raised when they said about Scott McTominay playing at centre back, but he had quite a good game, I thought.
That's what I noticed when Scotland were attacking. He almost went into midfield and like bolstered up the midfield, and then you had Tierney. I think O'Donnell went forward. They had and Grant Hanley. I think Tierney and Grant Hanley stayed back, but McTominay almost went as a midfielder and like pressed us in. Which
I forgot that. Yeah, Hanley had quite a good game as well.
Yeah, good game. He weren't phased, was he? I mean, he's experienced, but he's not the best defender. But he done a good job. Put a good shift in.
He done a basic job and kept us quiet, and that's what you want your centre backs to do, really. Keep the best players at bay, and he's done that. Job well done to him.
Well, I think I'll end it on a positive note. But if someone said we would draw against Croatia and beat Scotland, it wouldn't be too bad. So we'd still have 4 points that way. But we've just done it the other way round. We drew with Scotland and beat Croatia.
Yeah.
So still, I think 4 points isn't too bad. I don't know. Hopefully, this is a little bit of a wake up call for Gareth, and I think he's going to have to make some changes tomorrow, which we'll talk about in a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there we go, guys. That is our England v Scotland reaction. Not much to talk about, being as there wasn't any goals. So we've done well to talk for 15 minutes about no goals, really. Just about a bit of Billy Gilmore, a bit of Harry Kane talk. And yeah, fair play to Scotland and their fans. They put up a really good fight and did want it more than us, but just didn't have the quality in the end to nick that goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, guys, so thank you for watching. For those of you who tuned in, we did get quite a few viewers on this one. I'm not sure. Does it tell you about the viewers in your screen?
No, I can't see nothing now.
Yeah, on here we had quite a few people tuned in for this one. Okay. So, yeah, if you did watch this stream, come back for 9 p.m. where we're going to preview England v Czech Republic tomorrow. We're going to talk about Mason Mount and Ben Chilwell maybe missing out. Is Harry Kane going to be dropped tomorrow night? So we've got loads to talk about at 9 o'clock. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you back here soon at 9 p.m.
See you soon. Cheers. See you, bye.